Morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Define on TikTok live where we are doing one of my favorite types of lives. These are our plan with me times. So you guys get ready, grab your planner, grab your pens, whatever you need, and we are going to be getting ready for the week together. This week, you guys voted, and the witchy magical theme did win, which I'm so excited about because this is going to give us so much freedom to really get creative and express ourselves. I've gathered some different imagery to really kick this week off. Hey, Grains. Happy Monday, you guys. Also, look how cute like this one is. There's a lot of different options. I will be adding like a broom, a witch's hat, some spell books, a crystal ball. Hey, Lilu. Hey, Christy. So we have a lot of inspo for today, and I have some different planning strategies that I wanted to really dive in with you guys. So this was last week, so now we are going to dive into this week. Aw, thanks, guys. So we are going to start the way we always do. This never changes. We are going to start with our goal planning. So we are continuing our focus on fitness this week. So in here, we're going to keep this one just a little more simple so we can really dive into it all. And I'm just going to do a little crystal ball and we're going to write fitness to the right of it. How was everyone's weekend? Did you guys do anything fun? I got in one last round of a 9-hole golf course. So that was fun. I'm trying to decide if I want to do, I might write fitness in the crystal ball, give it a little pizzazz. Just like this. Perfect. Nothing too crazy. And then we'll, just like that. I predict this week we will be focusing on fitness. Happy Monday, Patty. And you guys, I have my zebra mild liners up here. We'll be doing a lot of different purples. And this one, does this one have a color? This is lavender. So really focusing on those. I did pull some pens as well. I have my Pilot G2 pens here. So again, focusing on consistency across the board, filling that witchy energy. And then, oops, I'm going to grab, does this one technically have a color? Violet. Oh my gosh, dropping everything today. Hey, Cindy, happy Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you can tell when you haven't used one color as much because the tip will be a little sharper, which gives us a little more control. So I love that. And then we will go ahead and write in fitness. I am doing amazing. How are you guys doing? How is life treating you guys lately? And then I'm going to write it in cursive. So, fitness. There we go. That is our pathway for today. We can always come back and add more to the little box, but we're going to keep it simple for now. And then, hey, Rachel, good morning. And then right over here, we are going to carry over our monthly action item, which is that brisk activity 5 days a week. So for this, I love the crystal ball look, and I wanted to maybe do that again, or we do, what else is going to be witchy? I have so many different, hey Tara, so much different inspiration for us. I might go with a cauldron. We have a lot of options here. I know a tombstone isn't really witchy. I'm trying to decide. Are you guys doing your planners with me right now? What is everyone working on? So I'm trying to think of what I want this to look like. Potion bottles, I'm in. Let's do it. Because I have this picture in my head that I'm going to walk you guys through next. So we're actually going to start. I will do potion bottles. I'll start just by writing them. Oh my gosh, coffins. Wait, that's so scary. I'm going to start by just writing them out because I think that's going to make it a little more clear. So our monthly action items is going to be brisk activity, 5 days this week. And to do this, oh, I'm so happy you are, Rachel. I love having you guys on here. To do this, we are actually going to do the Gabby George arm series. I did day 1 and 2, and I really enjoyed it, so we're going to keep that going. So we're going to do the Gabby George. Okay. And then we'll also probably throw in some other little like leg days because this is just upper. And we'll go 2 leg day. You're doing teapots and cups. You went to an estate sale yesterday and finally completed your China set. Wait, that's so cool. That's amazing. I love the inspo. It's so crazy where you find your inspiration. It comes through the places you wouldn't expect. That's so, oh, I love that feeling. Oh, you have server training in like an hour or so, and you will do yours this afternoon. Make sure you send it to me, Cindy. You guys keep sending me your Define weekly planners. I love getting them. They really are such an inspiration. And yes, Tara, these pages are insane. Okay, let's add those potion bottles in now. So let's do this. Okay, this one, you guys can see that once you start to use it a lot, or I'm trying to show you the tip on these, like eventually will go a little flatter. What's funny though is that they don't dry out. So you're like, oh no, but there's still ink left. Sometimes you will have to just replace them. I got like a pack of 3, so I have plenty, but just a little heads up. I wanted to just go ahead and draw a couple potion bottles here, and you'll see that connection in a moment. Hey, Spooky, good morning. So for these, I'm just going to start with the cover. I think I might have to grab a different Sharpie pen. It's giving me a little trickiness with the tip. And wee, just like that. You got to make the sound effects. It makes life so much better, you guys. That is okay, Christy. Wait, I didn't think I saw it. It never, oh my gosh. Honestly, you just got to have fun with it. As long as you're staying accountable and really writing in what's going on, that's all that matters. We all have weeks that we don't love the look of. That's life. Don't let it hold you back, ever. Oh, I got to draw some witch's hat too. I'm really excited for this witchy theme. I'm going to do a different potion color bottle here. Not a different color, a different shape. Christy. No, you still got to post it. And then we are going to carry this right over here. And the reason I'm doing the potion bottles down here is, 1, I love this suggestion, but 2 is it's also going to connect with the way that we do the weeks. No way. Spooky, it was meant to be. That's eerie. No, that's spooky, or I guess witchy. You know what I mean. I was trying to make some sort of a pun off of witch, but I couldn't figure it out. And then we're going to do let's do a little poison bottle. Always twinning is right. Oh my gosh, no, I'm going to do a little cauldron. I found, where is it? Let me pull it up for you all to see. I really liked, I'm just going to, if you guys want to screenshot this one, it's so good. It's nothing too crazy, but I really liked this one. Yes, when do you leave again? Friday or, oh my gosh, Tara, anyone can do it. Just think of it as like drawing different shapes. But also, you don't have to. You can really use this in whatever way you want. Ooh, that's going to be so fun. Are you going to do a Disney theme? You have to. Do I want to do the cauldron here? I know, me too. It's such a good one. But I feel like I might. Oh my gosh, not cheating, Patty. That is so good. You got to do what works. That's all that matters. I'm going to do one more poison bottle here. Exactly. I went away from it. Where did it go? There's always something you can do. Because what's nice about this is really just an option. You don't have to. Ooh, wait, that's so fun. Oh my gosh, I love that idea. 101 cute doodles to draw. Now that's a good idea. And then I'm just going to color. Good morning. Yay, I can't wait to see it, Cindy. Have an amazing day. And then I'm going to draw the cauldrons up here, and we might add to this later, but I'm going to leave it looking like this for the moment, because next what I wanted to do was add in our affirmation for this week. And for this week, I wanted to connect with our goals of fitness, but also the why behind it. So I found I move with purpose and clarity. And I liked that because it allows us to remember why we are moving our body, how we are doing it. We're doing it with that self-love and that clarity in mind. So that is our affirmation for this week. What is your affirmation? I need to put this one away because I keep pulling it and it's a little. Let me know what your affirmation is. If you need help creating one, also, that's what I'm here for. I am grateful for the process, not just the destination. So good. So important. Ooh, what did you do, Spooky? I also think that that's a really good affirmation because it's so easy to obsess over the outcome and wanting to rush the process, but we can't always be rushing the process. We need to really take a moment and appreciate it. Oh, you're using the brown pen this week. What should your theme be? Oh, let's think. Okay. Brown. Okay, my first reaction would be to like do leaves, but I know that you might have done that recently. If you haven't, brown leaves. I also would think of like football with brown. What's another one? You could do animals, a lot of like the cute little, what are those animals called? Like squirrels, coffee, that's a good one. So many different options. Are any of these leaning with you? Oh, and Angela, hey, good morning. That makes sense. That's what you got to do. Make sure you send me your weekly planner, Angela, too. I always post them. I love to be able to share them with everyone. And then the quote that starts, always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. Ooh, so good. I just need to grab one different color real quick. I thought I pulled it out, but it was these two. Chocolate. Oh, that's another one. Candy theme. Yes, for Halloween. Okay, and then Hey, Belle. Angela, yes, you can either send it directly on the gram or you can post it in. I just did our weekly community submissions. You can also comment your picture there. There's so many different spots that you could send it to us. I'll make sure to get it either way. How did the move go? That's, oh, right. I forgot you were moving. Let me also do. Absolutely. Oh, stressful. I hate to hear that. Let me see if I can draw a witch's hat here real quick. Okay, that does not look like a witch's hat. I messed up. That's okay. We're just going to put a sticker over it. Hopefully things will start to settle down this week for you, Belle. Settled in. And then I wanted to add in the actual affirmation itself. Honestly, I'm not surprised by that. It takes forever to unpack, but I'm glad that you did it right away. You're not like waiting. It's easy to just wait. Oh no, wait, I messed up. That's okay. I can't mess up my own affirmation. Okay, amazing. Next, what I want to do is, we're just gonna move on. No, honestly, that's the move. The next thing I wanted to do was, I had this idea on how I wanted to guide my week because I wanted to try something just a little bit different. And I wanted to take it in terms of morning, afternoon, and evening boxes. I could white it out. I'm not going to. It's not bothering me enough. That is a good idea though. So I wanted to really organize because one thing that I find very helpful to make the day less intimidating is that morning, afternoon, and evening box. So really taking this week and walking you through how I would go about setting up every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. So for instance, making sure that every day has its purpose and intention in mind. So I'm going to go back to yesterday because that's always helpful to do a little extra reflection. And yesterday was really about I wanted to, in the Sunday morning box, write what my goal is for this week, and then I'll start with what I did on Sunday. So for this, I am going to keep it, I'm going to do it in the purple. And I'm just going to write what I am doing. So in the morning, we are going to set the tone for the day. Set the tone, align the energy. And start with intention. So that is my goal for this week's morning boxes. And then, so a lot of our doodles are going to come as we are doing this. And so just stay with me in terms of the doodle aspect. We are going to, hey Monica, start off with just doing a little regroup on what we did yesterday. So in this, we're going to take, what pen should I use for this? Let me grab, oh, I love this color. This is going to be a purple, but it's a little different of a purple. So it does have those different, like, color coding. So yesterday morning, I went for a long walk. And did some errands. And then I want to, hey Crystal, good morning. And then I'm going to write in the afternoon box what I want this to be gearing us for. So in our afternoons, we are going to be pausing, realigning, and checking in. And then, yay, thank you, Spooky. And then in the evening, this is when we are going to unwind and reset for the day. Or for the next day, I should say. Okay, great. So then what we are going to do is let's walk through each day and talk about what that means. So, oh, hey, Balance Vibes. So for markers and pens, I use the Zebra Mild Liners. These are my absolute favorite. So Zebra Mild Liners, all the different packs. I love them. I use them all the time. The other one I use this is my top rec for any doodling, writing with black ink. It writes so nicely on top of Zebra Mild Liners, is the Sharpie Felt Tip pen. And then the other one is, I did grab the Stabilo, but it's not my favorite. My favorite are the Pilot G2 pens for writing. It's just the Stabilo does have a lot of different color schemes that sometimes come in handy. So if you're looking for that extra set of pens, that's when I would recommend the Stabilo. But the Pilot G2 pens are my favorite for just standard writing. And then lastly is the Zebra Click Art pen. The one, sorry, what's up? The one on the left. This one? Yeah, so this is the Stabilo .88 pen. This is the one that comes with a lot of colors. People love it. It's a great writing tool. It's not my favorite for coloring and for journaling. It's the Pilot G2 pens are my top fave. So these are going to be the two pens that I would recommend if you're looking for writing. If that makes sense. Great question. I want to make sure that answers your question. And then, absolutely. That's what I'm here for, you guys. Oh, the quote this week is so good too. It's, every strike brings me closer to the next home run by Babe Ruth, which I think is such a great way as a reminder that sometimes you get knocked down, sometimes things come up, but you always are closer to your goal. So whatever you're doing, just keep going. You can do this. And so this morning in the morning box, Monday morning, we are going to use this as our top priorities for the week. But I also want to add in, because I know Mondays can be tough and sometimes the mindset just needs a little confidence boost. We're going to add in a little saying that says, I can handle what today brings. So for that, we're going to put it in a little spell book. Spell book I think would be really cute, or a crystal ball actually, because it's, I can handle what today brings. So that's going to be hard to write in a crystal ball. I take that back. We'll do a witch's hat on the side. I have such a cute idea. Okay. Sorry for the confusion there. Let me grab I wanted to grab a certain witch's hat. I want to make sure I know how to draw it. Today's theme is witchy/magical. And I'm really walking you guys through how I wanted to set up the morning, afternoons, and evenings for an intentional week. And so, let's see. Exactly. We are going to draw the witch's hat here, and I'm going to write the saying right over here. So, Ooh, and Lena, that's so exciting. I love that idea, Spooky. I'm going to start Charmed, I think, soon. I know I've said that before, but this time I feel like I'm really ready for it. Oh no. Okay, we'll get there. I know it's not my best, but not my best witch's hat will get better. Just bear with me here. It's the perfect season for it. Yes. Okay. And then we'll color. This part I want it to be in purple. Oh, thank you. I wanted to get the other click art pen. Because this is the lavender one. And then we're going to write in let's do it with this purple too. I can handle what today brings. And I just think that's a nice reminder to your confidence, having us guide through today with that intention. And then what we're going to do is add in this plan with me. I love to add in our lives together. And we are going to do what would be witchy? I'm thinking cauldron would be cute. So let me pull up the cauldron picture that I'm talking about. No, I'm going to do, okay. A spell page. Oh, I love that idea. Okay, let's do it. Let me grab. Let me see. I'm just looking at what I have pulled. Tarot cards. I love that idea. We're going to do. I also wanted to draw a snake. I don't know if that's. Okay, I found the coolest thing, you guys. And I think this might be perfect. Just for this live, because our lives are going to be different. Oh, yes, Andy, there is. The 24th, absolutely. And then Vane's birthday's on this Friday, which is the 17th. Oh, wow, okay. Perfect. I'm trying, sorry, you guys, I paused for a second. We're going to go with a little spell page. Yes, I love that. I'm so excited. How do I draw a spell page? Okay, I might have to go with the tarot card because I don't have a picture of the spell page and I'm afraid I'll mess it up and that would be very sad. So for this, I'm just going to go with, we're going to do like 2 tarot cards, one like that. Hey, Callie. So this is the way all of our planners are set up with that morning, afternoon, and evening box in the vertical format. So you can have that view all week long. Makes it easy to plan. You'll have your monthlies and your trackers as well. Aw, great minds, Spooky. And then we're just going to have this one say 11. Perfect. Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and I want to keep a priorities list in the afternoon box. That way we know exactly what has to get done this afternoon, and it really helps us stay connected with our goal for the day. So for this, I wanted to do a little, I'm thinking a little witch hat. I'm so excited. I'm sure it's amazing. Let me just grab my inspo for a witch hat real quick. Let's see. I really liked like something like this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with pencil. And this will be the brim of the hat. This will then be the buckle of the hat. This isn't looking like a hat. I got to make that wider, but this will work. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and that'll be the top of the hat. And I just wanted it to be a little bit of a small hat. Perfect. And then we're going to write priorities either in the brim or just to the side, probably to the side, to keep life a little simple. Okay, that's a cute witch's hat. That worked. And then I put my black click art pen somewhere right here. And this will be our priorities list. So I'm a very big list planner. And so it's helpful for me to visualize what has to get done today. So I look at it as like my intentions. Hey, Nakia, good morning. We are just setting up our weekly planner together. Perfect. And then I'm going to take the lavender one. We're going to make this hat a little different. Oh, that's cute. I like that combo. And then what we're going to do is priorities. And this will allow us to really regroup for the afternoon, coming back to that idea of pausing, realigning, and checking in. So these right here are how I'm setting up our morning, afternoon, evening boxes this week or keeping that idea in mind. So priorities 1, 2, and then 3. Amazing. Now, how do we want to set up the evening? Well, we want to focus on unwinding and resetting for the day. So to do this, first of all, I do have my live scheduled for tonight, so that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. But I'm also going to make sure that I'm doing the day 3 of that Gabby George series. So this is where I thought it would be really cute to do the little potion bottle next to it. And I'll mark off every day the time I'm going to do it, or like the general time with that potion bottle. And I'll write what day of the series that I'm doing. So that is why I drew the potion bottles down here. I liked that connection point. That way it just makes it easier to see when we are scheduling in our weekly action items, so we can make sure that we're checking off our goal and reaching that umbrella goal. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to start with the like diamondish shape of one. And I always like throw the caps. So then what we're going to do is You'll color that in. And we'll keep these consistent. They'll match the one that we did in the weekly action item box. And I was using the purple pen, so we're going to keep that one going. So this will be day 3. Amazing. Then we'll add in the live. For this live, I thought it would be really cute to do the cauldrons. So I'm going to pull up the one that you guys also liked with me. This one right here. So this will fit. Actually, let me pause here again if you would like to screenshot it. Amazing. Great. This one I'm not going to use a pencil. We're just going to full send it. I feel like I can do this. She says every time before regretting the decision. Amazing. We're good start. Yes. Crystal said, the previous week setting up the weekly schedule, are they available on here? So they're available on the tube, which is where we put all of the recordings of these. So you guys can always go back and watch. Great question. And then perfect. So cute. And then I'm going to color this in with, I know it probably should be black, but that just feels so boring. So we are going to keep that purple going. I love doing a purple. I think it's way cuter. Thank you so much, Andy. I appreciate that a lot. And then I'll color the feet in a darker gray just to give it a little bit of a cauldron-y look. Where did I put that one? Yes, add in some lime green for sure. I was going to do that as the little bubbles so it looks like it's bubbling. Yeah, totally fair. So that is a part of my weekly action item. I'm doing the Gabby George arm sculpt series, and I am on day 3. So that's just a little reminder for myself that this is day 3, and the witch's cauldron, the potion bottle is showing that is a part of my weekly action item because I'm only using the potion bottles when it comes to that goal setting. Do I have a lime green? Let's see. I have a citrus green. Let me see what I have. Oh, this will work. This is more like it. Absolutely. Great question. That's what this is about, you guys. If anything ever comes up, just let me know. And then for the time, I love purple, you guys. I'm doing a little less of, I feel like it's a little less of the color coding this week and more of really being intentional with our plans. So I'm going to use the Pilot G2 pen for this. And this will be just a 7 o'clock Define on Live. All of the times that I put here are going to be in Eastern. So we also have, I know, right? I love the purple. I also have some different types of, I have another really fun live that I'm looking forward to that'll take place Thursday night and Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, hey, every Tuesday night, you guys, at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on TikTok Live, I host a 60-minute reading sprint. I will be reading The Chemist's Daughter by Blake Dodge. That is our book club book, which meets next Thursday night. So excited for this. The author will be joining us. And then this Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm hosting a craft night where I'll be working on a little jewelry kit that I got, which will be so fun. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. It's a different type of book. It's actually an independent author. So I'm really excited because she'll be joining us for the discussion next week as our part of our One More Chapter book club. And all those events are also made, so make sure you guys are registering to get notified when we go live. I just got a few questions. Let me take a moment and go back. It is yes, sign up. I'm so excited, you guys. It's a spy thriller. This is the back. And I just wanted to go back, and I know I had some questions. Ooh, okay, wait. Andy asked if I could get G2 in multiple colors or Stabilo in a multicolor pack, which would I pick? Pilot G2. I love the Pilot G2 pen. Oh my gosh, wait, you found your place then. We do it once a month, and every other month it's an author spotlight, which is where the independent woman author joins us for the discussion. And then every other month, I have everyone vote using our stories. So that'll be really exciting. That'll be next Friday's vote. Okay. Yes, the book is also available on Kindle Unlimited. So then, yes. So, Soft Girl Reset. I'm trying to figure out, how do I say this? Yes, check out our profile for more information on the book club. And then also, we have the live events made. So when you go to that profile, you'll see that as well. Yes, I'm so excited. Oh no, Spooky, that's okay. We'll miss you. Aw, wait, that's so disappointing. Well, if you're free while you're at Disney, I would love for you to join us. And if you're looking for a time to get to read the book, every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Oh, well, that's okay. I would love to have you there. Either way. Yes, these are gel pens. And then I also want to make sure that I am being intentional with how I go about my day. So in the morning, tomorrow morning, we're going to take a little bit of time and doing a journaling session. Angela, wait, I'm so happy to hear that. Oh my gosh, this makes my day, you guys. I'm so excited. Oh, I want everyone in their planners. I don't know what time zone you guys are all in. I am in Eastern, so all these times will be in Eastern. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is our weekly reading sprint. Add it into your planners, you guys. Join us. It's 60 minutes straight of just designated reading time. I put on a good playlist, and it's just a nice vibe. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys. I'm so excited. Welcome to the Define community. Now that just makes my day. Aw, yay, Patty. Thank you. Oh, and thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. And actually, I like this one too. It kind of came out cute. I like the color combo. And then what I want to do is, so Tuesday morning, I'm going to make that designated time for journaling. And then, let me just refer back to, okay, that's what I thought. Next, I'm going to add in to the evening box our next live because I want to just make sure I have that in there. So it'll be another cauldron. And you guys can add different details if you want into yours, like a diamond. You can do a moon. Okay. So next, we're going to put this one at that same time just because they're both at 7. And then, perfect. That is a great question. Are you talking about for the Pilot G2 pen, Lee? Or which pen in particular? Because I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure the exact answer. Pilot G2. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm just going to look up that answer for you there. Let me see. So the ones that I use are actually just the fine, the 0.7. I prefer the 0.7 because it gives enough of a fine tip without being too thin. So great question. These are the fine Pilot G2 pen. Absolutely. Oh, I also wanted to write in, I messed up. No, I didn't. I think we're okay. I'm going to write in that day 4 is up here. So putting a different, just before I forget to do that, I wanted to go ahead and write day 4. Now again, this is my own system that I'm using this week to keep track of what day of the program I'm on. Hey, Jenna, I was worried about you. I was wondering where you were. And then we're going to put this right over here. Oof, not an 8 a.m. appointment. It's the worst, but also the best because you get it out of the way. Where'd I put that pen? Now, Jenna, I'm also going to have to hold you accountable. I didn't receive, wasn't last week when you said your deadline was Wednesday for your planner submission? Less traffic is also so true. Hey, Random. Hey, good morning, Dee. Do you recommend a specific brand of markers? Yes. Wow, you guys are loving these markers today. I love this. Okay, Jenna, that's the only excuse. I love to hear that. Sister time's important. When it comes to markers or highlighters, these are my ultimate recommendation. They're my favorite. Don't go through. These are the zebra mild liners. These are my absolute favorite set of markers. They're for highlighters, but they're also great for marker type coloring. These are the best. Nothing goes through. So I highly recommend the zebra mild liners. In terms of my favorite black pen ever, it is the Sharpie felt tip pen. I have been using these forever now, and I'll always rebuy them, but they do last for a long time, which is really nice. And then, like we've been talking about, which is kind of funny, I love the Pilot G2 pens, the 0.7 fine tip. They're my go-to for writing, whatever you need. This is going to say day 4. And where did I put that? I'm always throwing them and then forgetting where I put them. Absolutely, that's what I'm here for. And you guys, I want you all to come up. Oh, I have never heard of that store. I want you all to sign or to show up tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for our 60-minute reading sprint. You guys, it's the best. It's 60 minutes dedicated to reading. There is nothing better than finding markers that just are chef's kiss. This, I'm using the Stabilo ones. I think that these are okay. Someone gave these to me, so that's how I have them. I don't feel too strongly about them. I just like the color options. Oh, no way. Wait, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I feel like I would hyperventilate of excitement. Melissa, yes. I'm so excited. That is such a good feeling. And then what I wanted to go back and do in the Tuesday afternoon box is to write down what I'm going to be doing. So this is when I'm going to be finishing any remaining any remaining tasks from today that don't get completed. So I do want to write that down. Yes. Such a good time. Ooh, thank you guys. I'm going to do a little broom. Where do I have that? Let's take a look here. Or crystals. Or a bat. We got a lot of options. I feel like I want to make sure that this looks witchy enough. And the cauldron is specifically for lives. So I do it a little bit of all. I agree. That's what I'm going to try to do. I do them on here with you guys every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. We really set these up together. I gather some inspo on doodling because every Friday in our stories, I have you guys vote for what theme you want to see. So I do like to come prepared just for the doodle portion. Otherwise, I really try to do it live with you guys on here. I want to add in, I think this broom would be cute. Okay, there's two types of brooms. Where was the other one that I found? No, I know what I'm going to do. I got really excited, you guys. Sorry for the dramatic sigh. We're going to do this bottle in the Tuesday box. Okay, let me start off with pencil just because this one's going to be a little different. But I also am going to be doing day 4 down here. Okay. Sorry, I just had to regroup there for a second. And we are going to start. I love having a little tutorial like that I find. Sometimes I just think it's really helpful. No matter how familiar you are with drawing these types of things, it's nice. You ended up with a spooky tree. Wait, I'm sure it's so cute. I love that. That's perfect. I have some of Taylor Swift's songs stuck in my head. All I keep is like the TikTok one. I keep it 100 on the land. I can't sing, but like, do you guys feel that? You're like, it's like, it's just stuck in the head. The brown pen one with the colorful kit. Next week. Yes, that's totally fair. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And then Taylor lives in your head rent-free. That's a fair answer. That's hilarious. Good answer. Good answer, Steve. This will have to go out, or this line will have to come in a little more, but that's okay. Actually, I'm just going to do it ahead of time because this is going to be a part of the Oh, that's so funny, Melissa. Perfect timing. And then, okay, the hardest part's going to be the top because I wanted to have the little diamond coming out of it. So that'll be the bottle thing. And then, or the potion, I should say. And then, just like that. And then, I'm just following the image that I'm seeing here just to give me a little crystal look. It kind of looks like the top of our crystal pens actually. Okay, and then we're going to trace it. Always the fun part, making it come alive. And then this is going to go like that. Again, taking it from a shape point of view, it'll be like line, or I guess I was looking at more of a line point of view, like line. And then a bunch of triangles on the inside, triangles / diamonds. And then, perfect. Okay. Next, I'm just going to lightly erase so I can still, okay, by lightly erase, I don't think that's what I meant to say. We just ended up erasing. So we just erased because then I still kind of know and I'm exactly what I'm doing, but I need to switch this pen out. I need to stop. I need to just throw it away. The tip got too used. And then, perfect. And then we're going to keep this. Bring that down. Amazing. That is actually exactly what I wanted, so that's pretty fun. And then I'm going to outline the back of it in a gray, and the inside's going to be a purple. But I want to do 2 different grays because I'm going to do a little bit of gray in there, but not too much. Oh, wait, I'll have to try that. Okay. I'll try that. And then I'm just going to outline the whole thing in gray for no reason other than I just like the look of it. Yes, I use these Sharpie pens so much. It's like, I'm surprised that they last as long as they do. I usually don't. It honestly just kind of, like, they last so long. They're the best. I have probably had this one for like a year at this point. Like they last so long for me. So it's not usually something I have a problem with. Oh, do you like those? I did not want to use that color. Did I? That was okay, whatever. We're using it. I haven't used a Paper Mate pen in a long time. I don't know what the Flare pens are. I'll have to try the tip with the Sharpie pen. And then I think it was, wait, let me look. Let me look them up for a second because I think I think Andy was the other person who mentioned those. Hold on one sec. Let me look. The Flare tip Paper Mate pens. Oh my gosh, I used to use those all the time as a kid. Wait, that's so funny. Those were I used to love those. Yes. Oh my gosh, they have scented? Stop. That's crazy. I'm just going to write in here what my plans are. So finish remaining tasks. Great. That's so funny. That sounds amazing. I put myself on a little bit of a pen buying ban because, well, you guys love pens, so you probably know why. At some point, you're like, I need to wait. So I'm waiting to buy some more. Like, I can't do it quite yet. But that's good to keep in mind. I really want to get Lilu sent the her weekly spread, and I asked her what markers she used, and she said that she uses acrylic markers, and that would be something to try. I love acrylic paint. It's my favorite type of paint to work with, so I thought that it would be, so I'm looking into getting an acrylic set of pens / markers. Yes, I knew you did. I love that. I don't know, Melissa, I'm doing some research into them, so stay tuned for an update on that. Let me actually write that down. I know it. You know what's funny is, oh, you too, Patty. I need to do some more research into acrylic markers. That's something I can put on my to-do list for this week. I am not super, I meant to write markers, but we're just going to write acrylic paint markers. Okay, because the to-do list is what has to get done this week. Pag-ather. Okay. So I'm just going to keep this to-do list for this marker Rex because we're going to look up. I have to do a little more research. I've heard the grabby ones are good too. I haven't heard of Pag-ather. It kind of sounds like sag-afters, and now that's all I can think about. But and then let me look at, I'll have to do some research into the different ones, and I'll post once I determine what I'm going to get. One of my goals for at some point, I don't know the exact month it's going to be, is to actually is to try a little more watercolor through like those paint books. I've never been a huge watercolor person, but I do want to take, at some point, that's going to be my concept to learn for the month. And then I also am going to dive, so on Wednesday, yes, I love a good deal. Oh, okay. Well, I know what one day, because I have a craft night scheduled for this Thursday night, which I'm going to be adding in just a moment. So maybe one month, it'll be watercolor themed. That would be really fun. Wednesday morning, I'm going to go for a morning walk. I think the rain should wrap up by then. So we are going to write in, because that will get me a little brisk activity. So I'm going to draw another little cauldron here, and I'm going to do, I keep grabbing the wrong Sharpie pen, you guys. Yes, craft night. I have the live event made, you guys. I also just posted a video on here. So make sure you're registered so you get notified when we go live. It'll be this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I posted what I'll be working on. It'll be a little jewelry kit from Target, a jewelry box kit that you paint, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to go like this, and then this is going to say morning walk. And then I'm also going to combine the two. So we're going to go morning walk, and then this will be day 5. Where did I put this one? Thank you. I was like, did it come out okay? I think it came out pretty good. I'm okay with it. And then what do I have planned for Wednesday? It's going to be in the afternoon, in the morning is going to be a mid-week check-in. I think those are so important so everyone stays on the same page. We know what needs to get done. So for that, we are going to do a broom, because that's another witchy doodle, of course. Let me pull the one up that I really liked. I liked this one. Or we do a snake. Oh my gosh. No, we're going to do a snake in the afternoon. I'm going to do a broom in the morning. So, for the broom, just going to make this. And then, oops, that's okay. This is why we do pencil first. But we're just having fun, trying different things. I've never drawn a broom before. And then that'll go there. This will go. Perfect. That works. Ooh, good luck, Christy. You got this. So proud of you. That's amazing. Aw, thank you. And then we're going to write in midweek check-in. And that I'm just going to do in the red pen. Midweek check-in. And then in the afternoon, that is where I like to do, again, I planned in a lot of lists, so I really wanted to walk you through how these lists would take place this week. I know I quickly mentioned a snake, but because the broom took over, we're going to do a snake in the Saturday morning box or the Friday morning, depending. I'm going to add in a little, I think another witch hat. Because I got to make sure I'm sticking to that witchy theme. Or oh my gosh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a witch's hat here and a spell book down here. So we're going to actually start with the spell book. And so for this, we'll have this page look like it's flying up a little bit. We'll have this be the bound, the bottom bound. And then this will be that. And then here we go. Okay. There we go. I think I just stopped breathing while I was drawing that. I always do. Keep it 100 on the land. And then I'm just going to color in these two. Wednesday night's going to be a good kind of like little catch up if I need to. And I also wanted to set a goal of not having a phone at 8:30. So 8:30 plus, I'm setting myself a little no phone schedule. And then I thought it would be cute if I could write in a little quote here. Nothing too big, obviously, but we could write in, let's make the magic happen. What do I want to write? Time to make the magic happen. Oh my gosh, I know, Jenna. I did not mean to say that out loud. I was like, wait, stop. You can't sing this right now. So we're going to do that little quote. That'll be in, let's just do it in the purple pen. I think that's totally fine. Time to make the magic happen. I would love to if I could. Oh, yes. I can't play it, though, due to copyright, but if I could, I would. Any ideas for the personal growth category in the umbrella goal at the beginning of the planner? Great question. So personal growth, I want you to think about what can you do to help. No, I can't. Not with my type of live. For personal growth, think of what you can or what you want to be focusing on in terms of your personal development. So for instance, you can have it set, I like a reading goal. That's always a good one. What do you want to learn about this year is another great option. Think of this as how can you stay well-rounded outside of the career life. So read 24 books this year. It could be build my confidence. There's so many different options. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm trying to think of... You could have it also be like a routine. Focus on how can I establish a morning routine or an evening routine, whichever one you are really focusing on. It could also be to learn a new skill. Like maybe you really want to get into watercolor or photography. Different things that will help you grow outside of the office. Because how you want to grow in the office is where the career pathway comes in. Yes, the new skill idea, I love that one. That is how you're going to keep challenging yourself because learning never stops if we don't want it to. And then I'm going to make a new list Wednesday afternoon for the priorities. Again, going along with that check-in. So I'm going to redraw Witch's Hat, just doing it at the bottom though instead. Hey, Anya. Perfect. Aw, thanks, Melissa. I feel like a witch's hat does not have to be black. I know like that's the technical, but like why can't we make it purple? Or actually, I'm just going to make it a darker gray. I just don't feel like coloring it in a deeper black on this side. I think it would look cute. Hey. Oh, so sorry. Yes, Tuesday night is our weekly reading sprint. So every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we do our 60-minute reading sprint. So make sure to tune in. I also have one tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Just to come on, go over everything we have. I think it's pouring here too. It wasn't like, and then it wasn't right before I hopped on this live, and then I hopped on, I think I started hearing the downpour. So I'm okay with it. We needed the rain, and I'll take it. And then Thursday morning, we're going to just set ourselves up for success for the day. And we're going to actually kickstart it off with just a quick decluttering. I think that's such an important thing to do as much as we can. So let me write in Where did I put my pen? Declutter, and also get ready for planning just for the day. Do a little check-in, make sure that we're reviewing things. So a quick declutter of the workspace, because usually by Thursday it gets to be pretty busy on the workspace, you know what I mean? And I'm going to write review the day. And then it's going to be a full day of really just like focusing work and getting things done. This week we are all about that productivity, you guys. So I thought it would be cute. What should we draw in here? I want to do that snake. It's so cute. Where did I put that? Hold on one second. I found it right here. And I feel like it still goes with like the witchy theme. And I just thought it was cute. Something a little different. So we're going to do that right over here. And then we're gonna outline it just a little bit in like slithering snake. How cool is that? Wait, I actually really like this. This I'm gonna color in the black as well. I'm also just gonna mark off, I don't wanna color over the eyes because that would just be sad. And then what we're gonna do is I'll color it in with the Click Art black pen. I don't think it should go through. Sometimes it might. Black is the only annoying color when it comes to bleeding through anything. And like nothing goes through, and that's the only color. So I'm just gonna make it probably a deep green. A deep green or a gray, but I don't love how the gray came out, so I'm gonna go with the deep green. Let me just grab the color. And I'm just gonna mark off where I don't want to color because I want it to have a little bit of scales just to give it some texture. Okay. And then what I also want to make sure I go ahead and do is add in our craft night. I'm so excited about this. You guys, make sure you're all registered for the event. Who is joining me for craft night? It's this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can bring whatever craft you want. I will be working on a jewelry art kit that I got from Target. Yes, Jenna. Oh my gosh, wait, that's such a steal, Andy. And that I'm going to do in a cauldron right down here. Oh, no. You know what I wanted to do? I love that. I'm going to draw a little jewelry kit here. So I'm just going to draw a box. And then we're going to have the little lid popping up like that. Okay. And so this will be our craft night, which I'm so excited about. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just going to color this one in. Nothing too crazy here. And then this will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I also want to make sure I write day 6, which I'll do right down here. And then, ooh, wait, that's so cute. You're gonna have to send me how that looks. I've always wanted to do one of those book nooks. And then Friday is going to be a little book of spells. I also, let me think. Wait. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so Friday morning, we are going to do a review, our checklist, and then in the afternoon, we'll set up for next week. Like, so we'll get ourselves a little prepared, just like do a little review of, okay, what do we have going on? What do I need to carry over? Things like that. So we're going to start this off, and I'm just going to do a little potion bottle wall here. Nothing too crazy. And then we'll go ahead, and this one's going to be more rounded and a little smaller. Perfect. Okay. And then I like to just write again what I'm going to do. So, little meeting in the morning. Great. I love that. That is what I was hoping for. So I'm glad that that really came across. I wanted just like a nice witchy theme. Well, you guys voted for it. It was this or like a Snoopy one, but I'm secretly really glad that this one won. And then just a little, nothing too crazy here. But then what I wanted to do is also, because this will be a little Friday evening day for a workout. This one kind of looks like a bottle, but we're just going to go with it. And then, perfect. And then Saturday morning, we're going to wake up and it's going to be a little bit of a slower start. We want to have like one day. I like having one day a weekend where it's like you kind of get to reset and have a nice slow morning, whether it's Sunday or Saturday, whatever's going to work for your schedule. So ours just happens it's going to be on Saturday. So what we're going to do is we're going to write our little weekly reflection. It's a good journaling opportunity. So a weekly reflection, and we're going to also do a little slow Saturday morning by eating a healthy breakfast, going for a walk, and then we'll do some leg workout, keeping it nice and easy, just something to kick off the weekend nice. Sundays are such a good cleaning day. Oh my gosh, I feel that on so many levels. And then I will do I think I'm doing some pumpkin carving Saturday afternoon. So for this, we're at, what do I want to do? We're going to do we're going to do a little skull. It might not be perfectly witchy, but it still gives witchy vibes. No, what am I saying? I'm going to draw a pumpkin with a witch's hat. That sounds like a lovely and productive Sunday. Okay, not my best witch's hat, but that's okay. There we go. I love that. Oh, it's such a fun time. You got to do a little pumpkin picking. We're just going to color this in so you guys won't even see that it's messed up. That's good. Perfect. And then the last thing that we need to do is add in first the next week's box, just because we have a couple things coming up next week. We are going to have, or I guess really one thing, we have the 1023 is our One More Chapter book club. Which I am so excited about. I love doing an author spotlight. It's so fun. We'll get to talk to the author, and it's just like a feel-good time. It's the best. Aw. So many birthdays in October, you guys. The last thing that we're going to do, again, is coming back to our to-dos. Now, I really got to fill out the to-dos with the different type of markers that we were talking about because that was my priority. And then what I want to do is for the projects box, you're going to keep track of anything that is a long-term project, something you don't want to forget. Also, a fall clean. I really got to do that. I'm going to call it a fall haul. And I also want to do a reminder to just check off my fitness tracker every day. So I'm going to write that down here. That way, the more you see it, the more likely you are to do it. Lastly, let's go over the bottom three: work reminders, personal reminders, and meal planning. So I'm still going to be doing that budgeting class. I know we talked about it. Finalizing that. Book club. And then I have to send something off, send a report. Perfect. And then personal reminders, anything long-term that you're working on, things you don't want to forget that you have. Like I found this film camera that I really want to see if it still works and check it out. I've never used one. And then I need to reschedule a hair appointment and work on this personal movie thing. Perfect. Lastly, our meal planning. This really gets us ready for that week. So this is a good thing to do before you go to the grocery store. I have to go to the store tonight. So I like to set this up and then I can make my grocery list based off of that meal planning. And then I just go back in what I had in the night, like Sunday night. Keeping it pretty simple, standard. And that, you guys, is how I like to set up my week. You can add in as many doodles as you want. Every week is going to look a little different. Yes, I can add that back to the list. I do have some recordings up on the tube, but I'm always happy to do another setup of those. So let me add that to my notes. Are you talking about section 1 or a daily page? Which would be, I do a lot of the daily pages, but I guess, okay. So I have a lot of those up on the tube as well, but I'll go ahead and schedule one of those in. Most likely, I'll have to take a look at my schedule, but probably, I feel like next week I could get one in. So yes, okay. That I will definitely get on the books. I had to say it, you know. Okay. Thank you guys so much. This came out so cute. Wait, I like it. I was a little nervous. It's hard. Sometimes you have to like get the full picture of it. But I feel like this came out very witchy and very amazing. Aw, thanks, Lulu. Of course. This is page 1, and then I can move it to the over once you screenshot that page, just so you can get the full picture. Aw, thank you. And you guys, tune into craft night, tune into our reading sprints. They are such a great time to really just sit, be. We always have some good playlist going. It's so fun. And keep sending me your weekly pages, your weekly planner spreads on whatever platform works best for you, whether it's here, the gram. That's what it's all about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will be back on tonight, and I'll talk to you all in just a little bit. So make sure you are navigating your Monday with purpose. Bye, everyone.